All right, Brewerton Fire District meeting called to order. Everybody get a chance to review the meeting minutes?
Yep.
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I'll motion.
Bob, second.
I'll second.
All in favor accepting August 19th, 2021's meeting minutes?
Aye.
Aye.
Show of hands or whatever you want to do.
We'll just say aye, that's fine. Darby?
Aye.
All right, carried. Review and approval of bills. So you guys got them in an email. I'm just gonna go right through them after the meeting, try to get them signed by tomorrow so we can cut checks like the last meeting. Gas for WR1, 107.46.
Get back to your meeting. You're not moving.
Accessibility solutions for the chairlift, $130.
Down.
Four Streamlight batteries at Battery World, $67.80. Bob's Signs, graphics for Engine 3 and Rescue 7, $285. 90 octane boat for fuel, $176.79 at Brewerton Boatyard. Cooney, the EVAP fresh coil cleaner, $214.50. Cooney, July through December 2021, maintenance and inspection, $675. Eric Flansburgh for the dedication memorial plaque, $310.82 of Kathy Hart. Since George is not on now, just gonna quickly, I'm gonna come up with like a little memorial to do with us and maybe invite the department just to check out the new room and why we're dedicating it to her. So I'll let you know on a future date. Davis Almer sprinkler systems, $383. EMS charts for 9/1/21 to 9/30/21, $45.32. Home Depot Commissioner's Office Supplies. Commissioner's Office Supplies, 2 shelving units, 2 sub pumps, 2 discounts for shelving. Total of $891.51 plus a $40 late fee of $931.51.
A late fee?
Yeah. Anybody know why? Shanna.
Why do we have that late fee?
She's unmuting.
Hello. Was that for Home Depot?
Yeah.
Because of the way the meetings minutes or the meetings fall and when the due date is.
All right.
We met late last month.
Because our
Okay.
meeting was normal.
Okay.
If a check needs to be cut to Home Depot before our meeting, just let me know and I'll get permission from everybody.
Okay.
Jerome's, 70 hydrostatic test SCBA bottles, $1,470. Key Bank credit cards for the car washes, Classy Chassis, $60. Carl Orzel for 60.5 hours for the month of July, administrative assistant duties.
Michael,
15.
there's more on that key bank. Paperclip.
Okay. 3 boxes of business cards for car 1, 2, and 3. $48.57. And then 22.5 gallons of gas for car one, the Wex card. It was turned off, but then returned back on because the Wex was late. $72. Carl's was $15.12.50. McCarthy Tire Service. 4 tires mounted and balanced car one. 4 tires off of car one mounted and balanced for car three. Total is $753.24. Matt McGill Collision Repairs to steering column shaft for car three, $466.80. Napa 4 diesel exhaust fluids, $31.96. National Grid Station 1 and Station 2, $2,081.23. OC's, the service for August 2021, activated office, reinstalled district copier on specific computer, $162.50.
Kelly, Kelly,
Yeah,
mute yourself until you're gonna be talking. Okay, that's where it's coming from. It's the speakers inside the office there.
Aqua Station 1, $243.83. OND LLLP 5-year Quantifit Gold Service contract for the Fit Machine. We already paid it at $4,932. Paychecks $154.74. Ready Shred acquisition for the shredding 196 gallon security cart shredded for $55. Spectrum for station 1 and 2, $66.18. Toshiba, the color copier and the district copier, $297. Vandermolen, the yearly PM to engine 2, the Suffin, $3,309.01. Wex Gas, $1,051.97. Another Wex Gas. So the one that was probably late was 8/21, and then another one paid on 8/31, $12.85.78. Rob Zackel, electrical work, radio room, installed power strip for charging portable radios. The batteries, fixed the molding in the top stairs, $125. Rob Zackhook, the construction and painting, the extra labor upstairs. He was paid $17.50 minus $750, so a total of $750 extra pay, or paid the balance owed. And that's it. So these will be up on the desk for you guys to sign, hopefully by tomorrow, and then Shannon can cut checks and have Tony or Darby sign.
Okay,
Kelly, do I got any correspondence that are important?
do we need to vote as a package on these?
No.
Okay,
No, nothing exciting. A volunteer firefighter magazine.
Okay. Just leave it on the desk.
Yeah, there is some training stuff on, some training opportunities. I'll email that out to everybody.
Okay, thank you. Chief's office report.
Earl's got that.
Yep.
All right. Just summary of calls, and you guys should all have a printout. 46 calls in August. At the end of August, we had 296. And just the point that last year we ended the year with 324. So we'll definitely be up from last year. No calls of any significance. Status equipment, everything's in service. APRS PMs are being done. There was some issues with engine 2 when they went through it. That's been attached. The chief has gone through and spoke to Commissioner Stassi about it, and he's working on getting those repairs done. Some of it's going to be done in-house. Some of it is being done at some different vendors to save some money. So he's working to get those taken care of. And then pretty much all the monthly maintenance has been completed, up to date. There's a couple little things we just got to check with Assistant Chief. Swizzdoor. No any updates of personnel you should have received. I think there was one person voted in that should have came from the department. You should have got that. Purchase request. Currently we have extrication tools are about 11 years old. Pretty much all of them we are looking at replacing our portable ones with going to a battery operated. There are actually 4 quotes the chief received. Those are listed there for 3 tools. One is a combination tool that would go on engine 2 as they have nothing at this time. The other is a separate spreader and a separate cutter. And that would be going on apparatus on station 1. The chief would probably be able to add in that since he's on the call to which ones they were going on. But currently Jerome has a demo model with all 3 tools at $28,000. As you can see with the prices listed, that brand new, it's $34,530. So there's a good size savings, about a little around $5,000 if we get the demo tools right now. At the very least, we'd like to get the combi tool for engine 2 since they have nothing on there, and right now they've been doing pretty decent with crews. So that's the one request. The additional is for my vehicle. Right now I have really no intersection lights, and with assisting the chief's office a little bit more and being up in Brewerton more, I'd like to correct that. You sent a quote for that. That's $1,158. That would add 2 lights under my mirrors. That would have a 180 degree and so you'd see that, and then in the rear windows on the side there would be lights on each side of that through EVS. And as we're going through, $500 for a new desk in the line officers, and I did put a copy of what they would look like, up to $500 I should say, to help organize that a little bit better. We have pretty much completed a lot of that, and that would help us make a little bit more room in there. There's no other issues for the board unless the chief has anything else to add. That was it on his report. So I know he's listening. So chief, if you had something to add to what I just covered for you.
Nope, I don't have nothing to add.
Good.
Yeah, Chief,
Yes.
do you really think at this time we need those the new battery powered jaws in life and everything?
Well, it's getting to the point some of our tools are 11 years old and the parts aren't going to be available for them.
If we were to hold off until we make decisions on buildings and everything like that, I know it doesn't come under the same category and whatever, but we're squeezing at the end of the year here. Any problem foreseeing that what we have will last until next year?
They might last until next year. They might last a month. You never know how many times we use them or what's going to happen. The only thing I am requesting, at least get a combi tool for Station 2.
Okay.
We do have 10,000 in fire service equipment we haven't touched. And we have like 47,000 in a contingency. We couldn't really use it on a building unless we transferred it into the building. So we could get the money from there as well. If we had to, or you guys decided to. I've been at this all day looking where we could find money for this and the generator.
I think that the biggest thing right now would be on that, just for the ad for the chief, is the cost. As you can see, they have those demos available now, and new, it's going to be more money. So it's the savings if you do it now versus if you wait and the price goes up or there's a price change. That's the big thing.
Probably after January, the price is going to go up 15% more.
So something to think about.
All right. That's all I had.
Okay.
Mike, you want me to
Anyone
just
else?
go and
Go ahead, Carl.
you want me to just go into my report real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Just real quick, and I sent that out, and hopefully you guys are taking a look at that. Both computers that we've been waiting on since March are now installed at Station 2 in the Assistant Chief's office. Our old portables are done being programmed. They should be coming pretty soon. Next week, they're going to meet me probably Tuesday to deliver them. So, and then we'll have some spares and some of those. We did order the David Clark headsets, and I wasn't sure to put that under which report, and just waiting for them to be delivered. Recently, New York State just passed legislation allowing a municipality to provide up to 50 years instead of 40. Right now, it's currently 40 years. After that, you can't make any more. You can't earn any more years or anything, so it's capped at that. That has been changed. They added those additional 10 years. So basically, a person would be, instead of $800 a month, they can earn up to $1,000. This is not a decision you need to make today because in reality, going back to when the program started, there's nobody that can max out until 2027 anyways. So I would recommend taking a look at it, take your time, get some feedback, get some what the financial implications and all of that. But just know it changed. No updates on the security report. Mark Butler, lawyer and stuff. I don't have anything on camera policy from him. There has been no change there.
Earlier.
So, okay. One thing to note is for discussion as for your election, if you didn't see that update for your election clerks, they can now be paid up to $70 per person for 3 hours. If you extend the poll, say you started at 5:30 versus 6, you can go to $100 for each person. That's something for you guys to talk amongst yourselves about. For the COVID-19, we're continuing to monitor that and making any adjustments if needed. We have not had to make any big adjustments. We've been doing pretty good on our end. So office work, you already heard how many hours I had for August. Continue to help with the new building. The line officer's office has been pretty much cleaned out with the old cabinets out and some of the ones from the commissioners are in. And we just do have a couple of things to do on that if we get the new desk and just kind of neaten. So that is almost all done. And then the next steps are the chief and assistant chief's office to organize their offices and, get some equipment organization. One thing, and I don't know if you saw it on the report last month, is when Cooney came in to update the air conditioning, that he exchanged one of the units from the bunk room to put down in the radio room. So both units in the bunk room are now dead completely, can't be used. They're just filling the void that's there. And the other two, the one in the radio room and the one in the commissioner's office, are doing what they can to survive. So that's something you might want to look at down the road, just so keep it in the back of your mind. On the grant, on the building, the generator project, we tried for 3 quotes. We got one. That's all we got back. It was just under $72,000. So with that, we will, as long as you guys are happy, Jason Bassan, he knows electrical. He's gone through it. He says it's everything that we put in and requested. So the project budget for that was 95,000. So we'd like to move forward on that. Now, this is not money, if you remember right, and we just got to sit down with Generac to talk with them and see about payment terms and all of that, is that we're taking the money from the doors when we get the reimbursement, and we had to make some changes on the account to do that. That's done and just got done today. So I will be putting in to get the money back from the overhead doors from the grant. And then as we take and pay out for the generator, we can ask for the money back on that. So, and that goes through the fire department. So right now at this time, we're hoping that we just have the money in the accounts and get reimbursed through the grant money. So I'm not asking for any money from the commissioners, just want to make sure you guys are satisfied to move forward with the replacement of that. And that's the removal of the old generator.
So we don't have to provide it up front?
Not at this point. So if we do, the one thing is that we've already been told there's a 5-month lead time on this. So by the time we get the generator and everything, we're probably going to be at the end of the year or into next year. So, but right now, I'm not asking for any money. I will have to confirm once we sit down with Generac, and that's the one we've chosen. So I know South Bay has Generac and other people, they've come a long way and they're doing a pretty decent job. So I don't foresee any issues with that. So, and that is moving it outside to the concrete pad, and, you know, taking and getting rid of the old one. So
Okay.
There's 3 policies or a couple policies that are in Power DMS. I know some of the commissioners went through and adjusted that, looked at them, approved them. I just need you guys to go through that.
Some you got to log in on your computer.
Yeah,
So
you
don't
do have
forget
to
to
log
do
in on
that.
your computer to do that. So the new building project, I put it under here. Bob, we can discuss it under the old business or something, depending on how you want to do it, or discuss it now.
We can do it now, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
go
go
back into
ahead.
that. The only thing I want to add is for equipment is I already gave you under the chief's office or chief's request the $500 for the furniture and the line officers. I'm looking for 130 for a small bookcase, which would go right next to the copier in the commissioner's office, because we still have the fire law books, those things that need to go somewhere. WB Mason didn't really have something that wasn't too non-expensive. This quote is from Staples. And then I was at Station 2 today trying to fix their wireless. I think with the upgrade of the computer and everything, that wireless is very old and was operating under like Windows 7. So I'm looking for $125 again from Staples to put in a new wireless adapter down there so they can do their maintenance and everything. All right, so for the new building, we finally got it out. We had a couple of postponements to make sure with addendums, everything like that. We had 4 bids that came back, all over $500,000. Why is that important? Is because there is a law called the Wicks law that if the project exceeds $500,000, then you have to take and separate the categories out between construction, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. They have to be separately bid if it's over $500,000. I think that originally we probably would have been under the 500,000, but because, you know, increases in prices and stuff, it was over. The lowest bid was $739,777. And I'm sorry if it's getting loud here. And the highest was $1,041,000. So with that, I'm going to make a recommendation. I talked to Bob about this, Commissioner Bonnet about this, and I did mention it to Commissioner Stassi too, is that we start over fresh. There was some issues with the plant that we were going back and forth on that I think we discovered you know, how detailed they should be, things like that. I think this is an opportunity for us to, we have to rebid it no matter what. So I think it's an opportunity to put a small committee together. You know, I know past Chief Zacco kind of started this when he was chief. You know, the current chief and a couple other people, let's sit down, go through, make sure everything is laid out correctly, and then rebid it. And just, you know, we have this, and then hopefully with the 4, hopefully it goes a little bit cheaper. I'm not sure, but that's what I have on the building.
Yeah, you know, my thoughts on that, Carl, is that if we had known this prior to that, I would have guessed that our numbers would have been over 500,000 anyway, and I didn't know anything about this Wix thing. We could have saved everybody a bunch of grief.
Yeah, and
So-
I'm not sure. I know in the budget and the contingency, there was like 487 for the building. So I think that's what the hope was, and that's what I was going off of. So I think prices increased. So I know that question was asked on the Wix, and I think that our engineer, if I remember right, was the one that said no, it wasn't. So, but I don't want to say that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, so,
I think you're right about we should get a committee together. We might as well, just put it on the back burner now until we have a committee to put this thing together again and try again next year.
Yeah, and then we could put some more money away, and plus it takes a lot of the workload off you. You know, you guys could split up some of the jobs, you know.
Yeah, it wouldn't have started anyway until next year, or it wouldn't be completed until late spring, even if you did get something done this year, like a foundation or something like that. So at this point, start over again with the crew.
all
I'll
right.
entertain a motion that we put together a committee and put it on pause till next year.
Me,
Bob, second.
Second it.
Darby, all those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Right. So as of now, it'd be Carl, Bob, Rob Zackel, and
Well, the
you
chief.
guys could pick somebody else, one of the chiefs or the chief. It's up to
Well, I
Jerry.
think the
if he
chief
wants to
needs.
be involved.
Yeah, I think Jerry
Yeah.
needs to be in on it.
Yeah,
Can you hear
definitely
it,
the
Jerry?
chief should be on.
Yeah, okay, he's in. Let's keep it
Yeah.
small, but keep it with people that represent everything.
Yeah, we'll put it together. We'll get together and get some meetings started here soon.
Perfect.
All right.
Now, do
I will
we
let the
have to
county
call
know.
those? Do we have to call those contractors and let them know that we're
I will let
rebidding
the
it?
county know and have them take and handle it on their end.
As it was over our bid, or over our estimates, or whatever it is, and we'll have to start over.
Yeah, so that, you know, because of the Wix law and everything. I'm sure they've done this before, so we'll let them do it. I mean, they've been good at getting everything out to everybody. Actually, I mean, all the addendums, everything they've been good at. So,
Okay.
all right. Is there anything else that you have questions on my report or anything? If not, I'm going to get off. And then if you guys do need me, just send me a text and I'll get back on.
Well, go Empire your game and get going.
I have a
Good.
I
question.
don't think about umpire.
Go
Carl,
Yankees.
Have
Yes.
fun, Carl.
where do you find the policies you want us to read?
In your mailbox, they'll say draft, or like it might be saying that you have a work document to look at.
Okay.
So it should be in your inbox.
It's not the Power DMS then.
No, it's in Power DMS, but it would say on it like review policy or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says. So there would be the substance, and you might have signed off already on it, Warren, the substance abuse policy and the travel policy, or training policy, I think it is. Okay.
I did read those.
Okay. If you already did, then it won't show up.
It doesn't.
So.
It says no records. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Then you're good. Anybody else?
Thanks, Carl.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks,
See you guys
Carl.
later.
Bye. Here, put these in. Yeah. Don't spill it, okay? Sorry about
Mike.
Treasurer's report.
Michael, I have a question. So the money that we, can you move that, please? The money that we've spent so far for the building, is any of that money that we can, that'll work for the next building or not? Because we've spent about 20 grand.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the plans are all drawn up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be more. You're gonna get another bill from our engineer there, no matter which way we go on this, because he had 25,000 was his number, so you're gonna get another bill. Now, whether we use what we have and save some money that way, that's great. But when we first started this, it was going to be a pole barn. Okay, and we
Yeah,
were built inside, and of course, steel has just skyrocketed, and his plans were to do it all in steel. And I don't know as if we don't owe him what he is, and I don't know as if we want to hire him to do what we can do in-house, at this point.
maybe even switch to concrete, the decorative concrete if we had to.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I'm trying to make it look nice and all, but we'll just have to get together on it.
Yep.
So don't be surprised if you get another bill from him, I'm saying.
Okay. I transferred $65,056.36 from the radio account into the operating account for the radios. And I transferred $19,275 from the building into the operating account for the bills that we've had so far for the new building discussions. As far as treasurer's report, the operating account as of August 31st is $365,286.81. The building expansion account is $449,374.43. The truck and equipment is $300,266.81. The contingency account is $41,000. The radio account is $76,052.55. And the emergency repair account is $25 with a total of $1,288,093.85. As of yesterday, the balance for all the accounts was $1,283,859.81. The total bills for this month so far, $21,044.01. I do have a couple things.
Yeah, George.
Michael, when you're going over the POs, I still have POs that they gave us last month that we still haven't got any invoices for from CNY Industrial Medicine for Krista and Madison. Just so you know, I still have the quote only from Landco from Bob Bonnet for like $17,000. I have the statement.
Yeah, that's not done yet, though.
What? Yeah,
That's 17,000.
Yeah, it's just the quote only.
We approved all that, correct?
Yes.
I have
That's a voucher.
I have Butler's statement showing that we have $2,387.50 left in his retainer.
Turn it down a little bit.
I'm waiting for did you talk about a David Clark behind the headset with boom mic earlier in the chief report. Did Carl talk about that? Did the chief wanted that?
Yes, they did.
All
Yeah,
right. I have a copy of the PO, but I'm waiting for an invoice for that in here. I just have a quote for that, just so you guys know. WB Mason, they refunded us a little around $1,000 for all the issues and the delay with all the furniture. I got them to adjust it, and so they gave us like $1,000 off the bill. Waiting for a updated bill from them. And that's it. Stuff. And George is on his way to the park, I guess. He just called. Just so that's my I'm all set.
how much do we have left in the operating account after the bills?
After tonight's bills,
Yeah.
$344,242.80.
That does include the transfer. My bank down here.
Okay.
Wait a second. What?
The radio account still has transferred after they did this. They got transferred.
All right, hold on a minute. From tonight. I'm going at the end of January, so it doesn't have the transfer standby. Because the operating account now, after we transferred from the radio and the building and building and equipment, as of yesterday, there's $446,364.99. So.
Okay, that's good. We got 3 months left on bills, so.
So 425,000-ish.
Jerry, do you foresee any major purchases if we do the demo AMCUS?
No, I don't see any major purchases between now and then.
Okay, were you thinking about a chief's vehicle this year? Because we have 35 grand in that account.
Well, if you can find one, you're going to get one that's going to be over $40-some thousand.
Which is fine. We can take from the general fund if we can get one.
If I can get one, that'd be nice because that 14 is going to not last much longer.
Okay. And that way I think we're going to be able to transfer 150,000 into the building or whatever's left over. So that'll bring that back up to over 500 and almost 600,000.
Right.
All right. You all set, Shanna? All right. Bob, you got anything else as the commissioner and committee reports?
No, it's just that building. We were waiting to see what the numbers came out at. That's been the big thing. I don't know of any main issues with anything else, either station 2 or 1.
Okay.
Unless somebody's got something I don't know about.
No. Darby?
Well, they still haven't fixed the Plimo vent system down there, where it attaches to the ceiling.
All right, I'll get on it.
Warren?
I'm all set, Jim.
Paul?
I'm good.
Get together with Carl if you can. He's usually up there. Just text him. Have him go over the 62 policy with you. So you're
Okay.
up to speed on his notes. Because
Okay.
some of the explaining, like I had to really sit there and listen to it and explain it, just so you're up to date.
I'll get a hold of them and stop in. I see them there all the time when I go by.
Okay, perfect. All right, any old business?
No.
No.
All right, new
Nothing
business.
from me.
New business. Well, that's good. We don't have to pay for the generator. I found the money for it, but we don't have to pay for it now. Hopefully the grant will take care of it. We don't have to take anything out. Looking for a motion on $500 for the line officer's desks.
I'll
We
make
do
it.
have money in the account.
I'll make it, Darby.
Darby, motion not to exceed 500.
I'll second it.
Paul Segura, all in favor?
Hey,
Aye.
Agreed. $130 for the last piece of furniture for the commissioner's office. The bookcase.
motion.
Motion, Bob? Second?
Second.
Darby, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Station 2, we tried to log in to get in there today. We couldn't, so we definitely need an access point. I was there when Carl was trying to do it. $125. It's electronics. Motion,
Motion made.
Darby up to $125. Second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Approved. Additional lights for car 400, 1158. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
how many
Darby.
lights does he need, for God's sakes?
He's got the one strip in the front.
Oh,
He's
He
got the
doesn't have
money. He's
360
got close to the
availability.
money in the budget, so I'll have to
come
shift a little
on
bit.
now.
All
Jeez.
those in favor?
All right, all right, all right.
All right, carried.
Hey, Jerry, before you go any further.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brad and Ben are getting ready to come up there. Do you need anything from the station or anything?
Well, just tell them, make sure they bring their gear.
Yeah, he knows.
Okay, that's it.
All righty.
All right, so the one big last purchase, unless we have to get a chief vehicle, which we do have some money in the account for it, will be the Amcus tool. I think Jerome's has got a pretty good price on it. They're gonna warranty that, Jerry?
Yes.
Okay, so I found 10 grand in fire service equipment, and we could pull from the contingency or just the operating budget. I can work with Shanna on that for a total of $28,937.50.
And what are they saying the batteries cost and how long are they supposed to last?
Jerry?
I'm trying to remember, but he says 4 years, 6 years. You know, it all depends on how much you use them and how many times. There's no memory on them, so they're going to be charged, meaning the chargers all the time. So everybody's giving me the same story with their batteries. So
yeah.
What's the same story?
eventually, for probably 4 to 6 years, you probably have to put new batteries in it.
Do we know what
And
the
we don't
battery
know
cost
what the current cost is on those.
I think 900 for 3. I thought
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
about right.
somewhere.
$249 a piece, I think they told me.
Huh. That's actually
And they aren't the
That's cheaper than I would guess.
We lost you, Jerry.
Jerry, you're muted.
You back?
I'm
all
still
right.
unmuted.
So yeah, about 250 per battery according to this.
which isn't bad.
No, I mean, Station 2 definitely needs a tool, especially because they're
Yeah.
getting out a lot more. I think it's a good deal. I'd rather not go 35 grand, which it'll go up next year.
And the
Do
demo,
have the money, and it's not really affecting the operating account only by 10 grand.
and the demo.
Well, I know one thing, they're a pretty slick outfit and it makes it able to go anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
I make a motion.
I'll second that. With the demo option, we're saving $5 grand.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, carried. Did you see the list of engine 2's repairs? I did tell Jerry to get the They have to be done now, stuff done,
Yes. It
and
came through.
basically get the other stuff done as well. We can't be having gauges leaking, waiting 60 to 90 days. So if we run out of money out of engine 2, we have an emergency repair of 20 grand. So we're
Well,
okay.
not only that is that Station 2 has become a lot more active lately.
So
we're using
more
that.
stuff's gonna wear and tear it. So
Engine 2 is being used, you know?
okay.
So,
Well, you got to remember, it's also
Yeah.
11 years old.
Yep. So go ahead and get everything on that list taken care of, Jerry, and just let me know.
Both
It will be
priority one
done.
and
It's
both
already
priority
in
one and
motion.
two. Okay.
The brakes, the front brakes are fine. The rear brakes have been replaced. And it's going in, the earliest appointment we get for the front springs was the 11th of October.
Okay.
And we're saying priority 2, the leaks are also part of that, right?
Correct. So we're just gonna have 1, 2, and 3 done all at the same time, get it done and over with. If that's what you guys agree upon.
Yeah, my list only
what
has.
was the total cost on everything?
Jerry, did you
Oh,
get
is
a
that,
total
Bob?
cost estimate or anything?
No, they can't give me the total cost until they look at it.
Okay.
All right.
It's
Well,
gotta be done.
So I motioned to
Yep.
get it done.
All right.
Thank you.
Second.
I'll second it.
Second. Segoroy, all in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All right, carried. Still under new business. We're asking the town for 2% for the fire protection district, which is not under the tax levy cap. We're also asking for the district ourselves, basically, for 2%. We're at 1.04% with a tax levy. We can override it. I think we should, because the increase in the 2% for both the towns covers Carl's costs. So that's not money we're having to take out of or try to find. So I did speak to the lawyer. He sent me a resolution. Kelly, do we have any other resolutions this year where we numbered them?
I'll have to check, and I can't get into my computer at the moment.
Okay, so after, I'll have you mark the resolution number. Whereas the Board of Fire Commissioners of the Brewerton Fire District, having duly and carefully considered the public safety and fire protection needs of the residents and taxpayers of the Brewerton Fire District for fiscal year 2022, and whereas such careful consideration, the reoccurring, regular, and other operating costs and obligations of the Brewerton Fire District require it to exceed the tax levy cap imposed on the Brewerton Fire District pursuant to General Municipal Law 3C, in order to maintain the level of the fire protection and emergency services to the residents and taxpayers of the Brewerton Fire District, which is in the best interest of such residents and taxpayers as determined by the Board of Fire Commissioners and the Brewerton Fire District. Whereas General Municipal Law 3C Subdivision 5 requires a fire district to adopt a resolution approved by 60% of the total voting power of such body to override such limit. Now, therefore, it is resolved to pursuant to the authority of Section 3C, Subdivision 5 of the General Municipal Law, where a fire district may adopt a budget that requires a tax levy that is greater than the tax levy limit for the coming fiscal year and prior to the adoption of its proposed and final budget, the Board of Fire Commissioners of the Brewerton Fire District does hereby override such limit for such coming fiscal year only in order to achieve the purposes of the Brewerton Fire District. So we're only going up 0.6. I just need permission from 3 of us. So basically,
Does this need to go on the paper too?
no, it's just our own resolution. We don't need permission for it. It only just takes 3 of us, 3 out of the 5.
So what this says is that the taxpayers in our district are going to get an increase, but
Of 2%.
Cicero and everybody else is not.
No, they're going to get 2% too. We can ask the fire protection district coverage area for as much as we want. we ourselves, for the 1 square mile where we're
Yeah.
elected, we can't go over 1.04% because that's what the comptroller sets based on the fluctuation of, funds and the rate set. So basically we can override it. We've never overridden it because we've always kept it low. 1.5, I think was
Okay.
last year. So basically this is going to give us our funds to actually be able to pay Carl, to keep him up. I think because the total increase for everybody adds up to about 24,000, 25,000 more in the budget. So we're not going to be losing any money. And it's a 0.6 more than what the tax levy is set at. So everybody in our fire protection district and our fire district will pay 2% more.
Yeah.
So I'll entertain a motion to the resolution not to exceed 2%.
Well, the way you have that budget set up, you're at the 2%.
Right.
Okay, so, I mean, are we accepting that budget? Is that what you want?
I'm going to present that next. Or I could present that now and go over it with you, then you guys can vote. Either way.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of saying the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, why don't you give us the rest of it? We'll just vote on it.
Okay. All right. So George actually put it together with Debbie. They did a phenomenal job. Carl and I went through it to change up some of the line items we've been talking about doing and shifting some monies. If you see the new information that I sent you on the budget, the updated that we did today, we changed some of the wording. Instead of maintenance wages, it's custodial wages. It's 7,500. It stayed the same. Treasurer district, 10,800. Secretary of the district, 4,200. Administrative assistant, which Mark Butler said we really need to add to the budget, was 24,500. Consulting, which is Debbie, 7,200. Pretty much everything else was left the same. We just changed SCBA maintenance, the name of it, to just that. And if you look on the second page, internet network and software, George had put 11,130 in, which is good because we actually worked out the numbers so we could tell the town that we did do our network upgrades last year with the security system and all the network upgrades. But we added to that line item, internet network and software. And I'm going to be sending you guys a letter that Shannon's finishing up typing for me. Basically just explaining that the software where George had put the money will include the Power DMS, the iFire, and the BOCES, anything to do with the software. So remember last year they asked about the amount that we had in there for that. Well, we did spend that money to do the upgrades. And this year that software systems that we purchased all go under that fund. So it'll make more sense to them. I did explain them to that. And then also explained hiring the administrative assistant in his job duties. 3430 fire district physician, physicals, instead of having them separated. And then if you see under equipment and alarms, we're going to use VIN numbers.
Don't forget your turnout gear.
VIN numbers for each of the vehicles. So when we do sell a vehicle, we can go back and look under a VIN number and say, okay, for these 10 years, we spent this amount of money on the old engine 2 with VIN number this. So it's easier to do a tracking and how much money we spent on each vehicle. And then when we get a new vehicle, we just add a new VIN number. And that's for every vehicle. And that is pretty much it. Conventions, we added Old Forge, and the group life is in there. And that's about it. So there wasn't really many major changes, just adding the VIN number, adding the software to the internet, and upgrades. So it appeared like the total increase out of 2% with all the funds brings it up to 1 second. 843
$843,233.
25,518 for the budget increase. George's numbers were spot on. I didn't find any mistakes. So George, I appreciate it. So that is with 2% from, if we vote on that resolution to go over the 1.4% tax levy that the comptroller set for the district. And just the district. The towns, we can ask for what we want.
What do you need a motion for then?
I just need to pass the resolution to raise the fire district's tax levy to 2% from 1.04.
I motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Carried. Okay, Kelly, I'll get together with you on what number we're going to name the resolution. And I'll give you the sheet so you could mark it down and store it for future.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, in reality, we're going to have, I think, historic inflation here coming.
Yeah.
And
We haven't
we're
asked for a lot.
Yeah, we're probably going to end up being short next year because of it. But once everybody sees it, if there's something that needs to be done for the following year, I'm sure we can do it.
Yeah. All right. Any other new business?
I took it off mute.
Anything for executive session?
Oh, did we had to vote in a couple people, don't we?
I never got anything. Kelly, did you get anything?
Yeah.
You should. We have an associate member that I don't know if the district has to do that or whatever, but I assume they have to do that. Or we have to.
Yeah, because they'd be covered under our insurance.
And there was one other I thought that we had this year since the last meeting, but Chief
Rose
would know.
usually puts it up on my desk and I haven't gotten anything from her.
Yeah, well, one of them's Krista.
We know who you're
Riskowitz.
talking about.
Yeah.
Riskowitz.
And
Yeah,
they
they're the one-
voted her in at the last meeting, so we need to okay it as an associate member.
Kelly, can you call Rose Plato quick and just see who they are?
Does anybody remember?
Rose Plato, you got to get a hold of Mary Beth.
Is it?
Oh,
Is it-
I don't know who she is.
Mary Beth Ingalls.
Yeah, you got her phone number?
I got Rose's number.
No, we're
Oh,
looking
don't
for
give it
a
out
job.
live.
Actually, Ed Rogers would be the one because he swore him in.
Oh, yeah, Ed Rogers is.
No, they aren't sworn in yet.
They're waiting
Well-
for our approval.
Well, I thought one of them. Well, they couldn't have they? Yeah.
No, they
Okay,
have
yeah.
to have your approval
Yeah,
before they're
wait
sworn
for
in.
approval.
All right, I'll text Ed Rogers now. Any other business?
Mike, just to confirm, you guys did okay the tools, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm the wrong mic. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
I dropped the mic.
Oh,
Any
Well,
messages
if you
from the
guys were-
public? The next regular board meeting will be October 14th, 2021. We'll decide a week later if we want, a week or two before, if we want to Zoom or meet. So I'll get together with everybody and ask everybody. Does that sound good?
Yeah,
Good with me.
Were
I
you
think
gonna
it's
say
all
something?
depend on how healthy we are.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Ed Rogers to text me back so we can get these people.
He might not text you right away because he's probably at work.
Yeah, he's working until 9, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. A lot of days he does, yeah.
All right, I can get with him and get a quick letter and I can reach out to you guys.
Okay.
Michael,
Yeah.
does anybody know, is that under responding or something different? Because I'm trying to figure out how much we pay them for that letter that you wanted me to write.
It should be under I am responding, a yearly thing.
Yeah,
It won't be in the budget under I am responding. It'll be under that software now.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking in our QuickBooks to see how much we pay them normally, but I can't seem to find it under I am responding. That's why I didn't know if it went
I
under
don't
a
think
different
it'd be
name.
on I am responding, it's part of the internet thing. For
Yeah.
alarm.
That's where I put it for next year's budget, so.
It's
Reach
under-
out to Carl. He might know exactly if there's a different name to it. I don't think there is. It's through Pinsky. I don't know if he sold it or not.
Right. You just included in the internet.
Anything else, guys?
Is what,
Ladies?
I firefight.
Nope,
Is
that's
that-
totally different.
All right.
you have something for fire?
I'll make a motion.
No, that's from.
Motion to adjourn.
Affirmative.
Darby, second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, good night, guys. Thank you very
Good
much.
night. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, hey, I'll come up, just call me when you got those checks ready. I'll come up and sign them.
Okay, thank you.
But everybody's got to sign the vouchers too, don't they?
Yeah, I'll give them to Shanna.
Can I cut the checks before the POs are all signed by the
Yeah, as long
commissioner?
as these guys stop up and sign them.
I'll stop by in the morning.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she'll
all
bring
right,
them up.
guys.
Just let me know
Take
when they're
care.
ready. I'll try to get in there tomorrow to sign.